Welcome to Yoga and Meditation with Alisa. And today we're going to do a deep dive exploration, really looking at different ways and variations to do the Yin Yoga Seal pose. So grab your props and meet me at the mat. Welcome to Yoga with Alisa, and today we are going to be doing a deep dive exploration on the Yin Yoga archetype called Seal. So the Seal is focusing on the target area of the lumbar spine. That's the lower back, the back bend, basically. So we are going to climb into this demonstration by starting on our bellies. If you come onto your stomach, and actually I've moved right into a different variation of Seal, and we call this Sphinx. So in Sphinx, the elbows are bent and you take the weight of the body, of the torso, into the elbow. And by doing that, as you can see already, I've got a nice back bend in my lumbar spine. It's a natural back bend. I mean, the lumbar spine is there that's where all the back bends and the arches happen in the spinal column. So it's there to do this. So it's easy to support it. I could have my elbows up and I could rest my chin on my hands, or I could fold my arms this way. I could dangle my head down. I could arch my head back. When I do that, I'm playing around with the sensation in the cervical spine, right? If you notice, my legs are not together. So in Cobra, the legs are tight. You have that Cobra tail. This isn't Cobra. This is Yin Yoga. And we're interested in the target area. The target area is the lumbar spine and the joints, right? The discs, the vertebra. So my legs being out wide allows my body to access a deeper back bend. Maybe for you, the legs closer together would do that. Now I'm going to just spin around so you can see my legs a little bit better and see how wide they really are. For me, I take a wide stance, but it allows me to lift up more. For my body, my skeletal system, this works fine. And the form doesn't matter. I'm not trying to be a perfect Cobra here. This is not an Iyengar class. This is a posture in Yin Yoga. I'm just trying to get the best stretch and stress in my lumbar spine as I possibly can. And my legs being wide is the most comfortable. Also notice that I have this cushion. I use cushions. I think you've seen it when I've done some of my other classes, my deep dive on the dragon, for example. It's a nice way to protect my hip bones from feeling the thinness of the yoga mat and the wooden floor. Now, if I want to take this up more and make this more intense, a more intense form of this archetype is seal. And seals, if you think of a seal, they're arching back and their arms are wide. So I'm going to straighten my elbows, right? And now I've come up. This is kind of, in some ways, reminds me of a variation of up dog, right? My hips are on the floor. They don't have to be. If I bring my arms closer, my hips are off the floor. But I'm relaxing into this and allowing that back bend, that arch to happen in my lower back. I could also use a bolster and support myself that way. If I want to, how else could I make this more intense? I could take a couple of blocks in my Sphinx and lift myself up this way. It's another way to increase the back bend, but still have my abdomen on the ground. That feels better for me than when I come up like this and my abdomen leaves the ground. it feels a little more of like a fragile back bend for me. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I like this better. Which way do you like? You'll only know if you explore. And every body is different. So get to know your body by trying all these different variations of these postures on for size and seeing which one works for you best. So whenever you go into your next Yin Yoga class and the teacher tells you that you're going to do a back bend or seal pose, you now know some different ways that might feel good for you that you can play with. And you might find some other ones that I didn't say here, but give yourself the freedom to explore what works best for your body. Every body is different. Thank you for doing this deep dive with me today on Seal or Sphinx. Namaste.